Before we can guide you in planning for your future, we would like to share certain financial concepts with you. With a better understanding of the big picture, our guidance will make more sense to you. Let's start with your money. This includes cash, the balance in your bank and building society accounts, ISAs, and shares. This is your money. It is money you can get your hands on within a few days if you need to, referred to as your liquid assets. It is this money, and only this money, that we can use for financial planning. You have other assets, of course, such as your house, but please don't think for one moment that you can count this as your money. You can't spend this asset. You can't take out a few bricks and use them to pay for food or buy fuel. In fact, for many people, their house is as much a liability as it is an asset to them, with a mortgage, rates, repairs, and utility bills to pay. Another thing we can't include as your money is your pension fund. Despite a relaxation of pension rules, there are still restrictions on when you can access this. Currently, this means you can't consider your pension fund your money until at least 10 years before state retirement age. Like your house, another thing you can't consider your money is the value of any business you may own. Can you go down to the shops and spend its value? No. These are referred to as your fixed assets. As we have said, this kind of asset can't be used in financial planning. The good news is you can increase your available money, your liquid assets. Salary is the most common form of income. Some people also receive dividends from their business or from investments in the stock market. You might also receive some form of tax credit or other benefit, which counts as your money. The trouble is, one day this income will stop, such as when you retire. However, there are other ways to increase your available money. You might choose to downsize your house, in which case the difference in value between the two properties will be your money. You might be in the very fortunate position of having a business that you can sell, in which case it can be converted to money. Once you retire, you'll be able to access some of your pension fund tax-free. There are still restrictions on when and how you can take the rest, especially if you have an occupational pension. However, there will be much more choice than there was previously. So you have two different kinds of wealth: assets you can spend, your liquid assets, and assets you can't spend in their current form, your fixed assets. If only it stopped there. Now it's time to get on to your expenditure, or your liabilities. Most obvious is the cost of living, your lifestyle, the mortgage or rent you pay to live in your home, the cost of fuel, the cost of food, the cost of running your vehicle, the cost of repairs. Then there are your holidays and one-off expenses, such as the world cruise or special family events. As you move into retirement, this is when you have more time to do all of those things you've always wanted to do, and are hopefully still fit and able to do them. One day, you will become too old and possibly too frail to do all these things. At this stage, you'll be more interested in comfort and security. Until, eventually, you die. Now, during your lifetime, there are two things that could go wrong with the amount of money you have. It could run out, which means after working hard all those years, you aren't able to do all those things you planned on doing. Or even worse than that, you could go to your grave with too much money. Aside from the inheritance tax that has to be paid on this money, the worst thing about dying with too much money is that you probably didn't do all the things you wanted to when you could have. You could have gone on that one-in-a-lifetime holiday after all, had that conservatory, helped the kids out when they needed it, or retired 5 years earlier than you did. But now it's too late. You missed your chance. Our job is to guide you in managing your finances to help you get the things you want out of life.